concept?
Like specifically?
Where does the project come from? Doing that here.
Alright, so this project came from a co-worker of my dad's. He has this sauce business going on, and I thought it would be kind of cool to see if I could like sort of rebrand it into something that was cool and marketable. And the idea where I got like this like sort of design from was I was just thinking of like names like like awesome, like sounds kind of like I wanted to go more towards like sort of like kid friendly, sort of like rap, like hey this is kind of cool. So I did this like art style sort of thing, sort of make it like this like sort of 90s 2000s kind of sort of theme to it. So I did basically all the backgrounds in Illustrator. This logo I did in Illustrator as well, and I did the drawing illustrations I did in Photoshop.
So David's a real person, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a real person. Gotcha.
In case you didn't know.
So what's the intended message or theme that you want to get across with this design? Like when you decided to go with a little bit of like, the 90s aesthetic, that you're talking about, like what did you want to do differently than other hot sauce brands in terms of branding?
Mainly, I wanted to sort of illustrate the mildness of it, like see as it like gradually goes up from like sort of mild to like more like spicy, and then finally like like really really spicy. So that's sort of like the idea that I'm kind of getting across. That's one of them.
Or something like in terms of aesthetics.
Okay, so it markets more towards like young adults basically, because like young adults are kind of they're still like in that sort of phase where it's like hey, this kind of looks cool, because he wants to more market towards like young adults, that sort of thing.
Alright. So what challenges did you encounter during the design process, and how did you overcome it?
Like one challenge was actually designing the actual like product label to make sure that everything like is aesthetically pleasing and sort of follows the principles in terms of like packaging design, and everything is neat and organized and not just like cluttered around, because I don't know, I guess this is relevant. Let me just bring up the photo. Sort of something that looks different than this. This is the original, what the original looked like. Just like there's like too much information and it just feels overwhelming. So I want to sort of just cut that all down into something that looks, more brief and not as intimidating to somebody.
Now looking at like the last one.
In terms of information.
Okay, the farthest on the right, it's a little bit hard to read now because of
This one?
yeah. Because
Well,
of
that's
everything.
so what I did was I tried to make it sort of red and just give it like a backdrop in the Photoshop, just so you can read it a little bit better. But I understand I do see that because it's sort of like a brownish background. Like maybe I should have gone for more of a lighter color. You think?
Something that a color that have created more contrast, because in case if I'm standing over here from far on the shelf, it's very hard to kind of see what around.
Is there a little glare?
I'm sorry.
Is there a glare to it?
No.
It's
It's
just
very
dark.
hard.
It's just dark. Okay.
Yeah, there's no contrast. There's no differentiation.
That's what do you like to? Okay, fine.
The fast one is a little bit better. Then it gets a little bit progressively darker and hard to read to the last one. So something to think about going forward.
So are there alternative approaches or iterations you consider during the design process? Like before you came up with this color palette and text, did you have other iterations? What made you choose this one over them?
Well, one iteration I kind of wanted to have, instead of like the white, instead I wanted to have like a volcano that sort of like gets gradually more explosive. And there were different iterations of the logo that was like a little more like slick rather than this, sort of hand-drawn stuff.
So the other question back to that is that what challenges did you face? And I know that the main challenge was the QR codes and the
Yes.
augmented reality. So can you talk a little bit about that? If anyone hasn't seen it, you can go off and have a scan of the cameras and things. But there's a QR.
One of the challenges was trying to get it to actually stick on the bottle. If you scan it, it sort of does that, but then like as you kind of move it around, it sort of just peters out.
Yeah, it kind of comes with you. Quite a lot.
Yeah, sort of. But then it kind of just like goes away.
Yeah.
I did the best I could in order to try to stick it on there. But then the program that I used is sort of like limiting, and it doesn't really, allow you to do a whole lot. So I guess I really should have experimented with more like with other programs, probably. But the reason why I stuck with this one was because I saw the one tutorial where it was like, they actually got it to like be inside of the can, but like.
So you had a whole animation in Blender at one point, and you had an,
Well, those were all like tests.
Yeah.
And it's just to sort of map out what I wanted to happen.
So I guess my question, dancing around is, are you happy that you stuck with the augmented reality? Or do you think you should have abandoned that early on as like, well, this isn't going anywhere, and that will give you more time to work on this?
I think, honestly, I don't think I should have abandoned it. Because I thought, it was a good idea. But, like, I should have really, like, refined it more, that's all.
Like found the software.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, did you conduct any research or gather insights to inform your design decisions within a specific cultural context?
Yeah, sort of. I did a lot of research in terms of like, other hot sauce brands and what they were doing. And a lot of them aren't doing like, the sort of illustration, of the, amount of actual like, spice that's actually in their product. And, I sort of wanted to kind of do that. I guess that's in terms of like.
So just draw out the spices?
Yes.
So has this David, is it Hollywood? Has he seen, did he come with the opening, has he seen this sort of stuff? Or?
No, he hasn't. Well, he's seen it, but like, he wasn't actually at the opening.
Okay, so has he seen the designs?
Yes, he has.
So what feedback did you get from him?
He likes it. So the feedback I got from him was, I guess, again, like you said before, like the color choices. I was originally gonna go for like a pink for this one, just because it's a little bit easier to read, but like, in the end, I thought that like, it was a little bit too similar to like, cause pink isn't really in the color palette choice that I chose, so I didn't want to, just branch off.
So is he going to use it, do you know, or is he interested?
Yeah, he's interested, yes.
Oh, that's great. Okay, that would be cool. Is he going to pay you to use it?
Yeah.
Well, that'd be
Nice.
That would be nice, yeah. We're afraid to ask for that.
Down the line, you're like, oh, if I would have known this, it would have helped me, skip the process or something like that.
I guess like, I guess one of the skills that I learned is like, like how to actually like draw and illustrate, because it's something I, always wanted to learn. But now that I know how to do that, it will help me go forward, like, if I just need to draw something, like, okay, yeah, sure, I can do that.
So you're able to apply like new skills in senior projects in that group?
Yes.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the project in general? What would you say your main positives, and then what do you think? We've already talked about some of the color choices.
So yeah, the main positives, I got a lot of good feedback from the actual like illustration design and all that. A lot of people really liked it and enjoyed it and thought it was really, very, very aesthetically interesting. I guess I didn't really get any negatives. I guess the only like real negatives I got were probably like, this part down here. It's just a little bit hard to read, but mostly that's just because of like the print, I guess. It's just, because it just gets a little bit fuzzy. Yeah, that's, I'll do it.
People's thoughts, feedbacks? Has anyone heard of this source, by the way? Comments, questions? thanks very much.